Welcome to the Farm Stand Kitchen. My name is Rebecca, and I just took this out of the oven. This is our green bean casserole reinvented. We're gonna change it up a little bit, make it a little healthier, 10 times better. That's what we're gonna do. I just took it out of the oven. It was just bubbling around the edges. I was hoping you could hear that, but it sure smells good. We may have to have this, Dave. Just dig into it.
I'm ready.
Dave is ready. Okay, I'm gonna set this down. We're gonna get started. And what we have here, that is hot. I gotta set that down. All right, so what we have here on the hot plate is 2 tablespoons of salted butter. I'm just getting it melted here on the hot plate. This is my new cookware, my Hex Clad. And I'm just getting used to using it on the hot plate, because you don't have to cook on high heat with Hex Clad. And okay, I think we're gonna be okay there. All right, 2 tablespoons of salted butter. So let's just get started here with our recipe. I'm gonna slide that over just a tad. So the next thing we're going to add to this is 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. So we have that ready to go. Let's talk about our spices. So we're not using cream of mushroom in this recipe. We are making our white sauce by scratch. So I want to just talk to you about the spices that I'm putting in here. So what we have here, of course, is your 1 teaspoon of salt and a 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. And over here we have 1 teaspoon of garlic powder and 1 teaspoon of onion powder. And right here we have a 1/2 teaspoon of our Mrs. Sass all-purpose seasoning. This is a salt-free all-purpose seasoning in our spice line. It has so much flavor. I love this. We just added this recently. So I'm putting this in there as well. Really kicks up the flavor. So that's the dry spices. And then I'm also going to put, because you know when I make my cream sauces, I always put a little bit of nutmeg. So we're going to put about 1/4 teaspoon of our nutmeg in this white sauce as well. And then I'm going to put in just 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard. I like to put that in this white sauce for these green beans as well. And then right here we have 1 cup of a chicken broth. You could make this entree completely vegetarian if you used vegetable broth, and I've done it that way. So you could use 1 cup of chicken broth or vegetable broth. And then our next ingredient is the 1 cup of heavy cream. So we're going to be adding that as well. And we're going to stay with the French fried onions because we all love those so much.
We gotta have those.
We gotta have those. We can't take those away. We have to have them. Okay, let's get started. Well, let's talk about the beans. So here's the beans. This is about 2 pounds. Let me tell you what I did here. So these are fresh, and I just snapped the ends off. I kept them whole. You could go ahead and snap them smaller if you would like. I blanched them, the whole fresh, for 8 minutes in a big pot of boiling water. So blanch your beans for 8 minutes, drain them, and put them in your 9x13 pan. So that's what you do there. If you use frozen green beans, you just want to blanch those about 6 minutes. I think that would be totally fine. So, all right, let's get started. Here's our butter melted. We're gonna go ahead and add our flour. So what we're doing here, we're just making a roux. Let's get all those spices in there. Let's get our little bit of nutmeg in there. This is whole nutmeg that we sell on the Farm Stand Kitchen. I'm gonna use about 1/4 teaspoon. All right, let's give this a little stir. I just want to cook this here just a little bit. It doesn't have to go too long. Oh, that smells good. All right, we'll let that cook just a second there. And then we'll add our broth and our whipping cream. This goes together so quickly. And let me tell you that you could blanch your beans the night before, even a couple days before. You could, like if you're gonna make this for holidays, you could blanch your beans, let them cool down, throw them in a Ziploc bag, throw them in the fridge. So you're ready to go with that. So that would be a good thing to do. I actually have done that quite a few times. All right, so let's just take a look at our roux here. And we're gonna go ahead and start adding our liquid. So you just wanna whisk. Okay, that was our broth. Add the cream. All right, we'll kick our heat up here now, because what's going to happen is this is just going to thicken slightly. I'm going to put that Dijon mustard in here. It's just a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. I tell you what, I really encourage you to try this recipe. I know cream of mushroom soup is so traditional for green bean casserole, but this scratch white sauce is awesome. All right. All right, we're up on high, so we're gonna let that do its thing. So I'm gonna put this away. I'll move these around a little bit. And then I wanted to talk to you about our cookbooks over here. So I think you can see them, my green bean casserole there. I'll move this out of the way too. Okay, so this is our cookbooks here. These are the ones that we currently have on a pre-Black Friday sale. Now, if you purchase 2 cookbooks, the Farm Stand Collection, which is our most popular, let me just give that a stir, Dave. I'll be right back. And then if you buy this one, collection book, Bow Bear Table, you get this book free. We're throwing this in free. If you buy these 3, we're gonna give you this one free. And we are selling these books like hotcakes. This is such a great deal. It's the best deal of the year for our books. And that's what's going on right now on the website, thefarmstandkitchen.com. And if you want books, if you need to get them for gifts, this is the time to do it. It's a great sale and getting that extra book for free. So I want you to check that out. We have all kinds of things on the website. Dave, super excited about all the eclectic merchandise we have. Yeah, we do. We have a lot. We have a little bit of something for everyone. Okay, this is starting to thicken up here. Just gonna let it continue going on there. Get my French fried onions out here. Now you can be the judge of this if you want to use this great big one or the small can. I use the big one because I love these French onions so much. But I think I can handle this now, yeah. So I use an entire can of the big one. Let me see what size that is. So this one is the 6 ounce. It says 6 ounce. So that's what that is. Okay, let's get back over here and do a little stirring. Okay, we're just about there. And I should tell you too, I have made this white sauce the night before as well, and then just popped it in the microwave and reheated it. So, you know, you could pull your turkey out and then you could put your green beans in because they don't have to bake for very long because you already blanched your beans. Oh yeah. So much better than the old cream of mushroom soup. That smells amazing. Okay, so that's all you have to do. Just bring it back up to a boil. It's thickened and it's good to go. I'm gonna turn that off. I'll slide it over here. We'll get those beans down here. All right, let me get a bigger, let's use a spatula. All right, I'll bring them down here. I think you can see these okay, Dave? Mm-hmm. I can scooch this just a little bit. There you go. All right, so here's our beans. So you have them in your pan. This is a 9x13 pan, a little bit more narrow. And also let me tell you, if you're doing a great big crowd, you could easily double, triple this recipe. It's totally fine to do that. You know, some recipes you can't, but this one you can. So you just pour this amazing white sauce over these beans. Use my spatula here and get every little drop. Now I want you to preheat your oven to 375. And then at this point right here, when you get this white sauce on, I want you to pop them in your oven for 10 to 15 minutes. If you just blanched your beans and you're going fresh with it, 10 minutes is going to be long enough. If you had them in the fridge, go ahead and do it your 15 minutes. So there it is. Oh, I love how the sauce just clings right to those beans. It's awesome. Okay, so 15 minutes in the oven on that 375 oven. Pull them out, and then you want to put your delicious fried onions on the top. Use as many as you want. That's totally up to you. I used the whole entire thing. And then you just pop it back in the oven for 10 minutes to brown up those onions and get them even extra crispy. And then you're ready to serve this dish. It's amazing. I really hope you try this recipe. This is our green bean casserole reinvented. Thanks for joining us in the Farm Stand Kitchen today. We'll see you next time.